Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Mahaperiyava Sharanam. Shri Soundarya Lahari, explanation of verse 27. Japo jalpa shilpam sakalamapi mudra virachana gatif pradakshinya kramanam ashanadyahuti vidhihi pranamas samveshah sukhamakila matmarpana drisha saparya paryayah tava bhavatu yanme vilasitam. Verse 26 extols the greatness of Ambikai's Pativratam chastity. During Mahapralaya, Virinchihi Brahmadeva experiences death. Hari also, Mahavishnu, meets his end. Yama, the lord of death, faces destruction. Kubera, the lord of wealth, becomes wealthless. He also experiences death. The group of Indras are also in deep sleep, death with their eyes closed. O Sati, during this great universal destruction, this Sadashiva, your husband, sports in Sahasrara, plays with you in Sahasrara. Verse 27 of Soundarya Lahari, this verse describes the Samayachara way of worshipping Ambikai. Let us look at the Padacheda and then detailed explanation. Japaha, Jalpaha, Shilpam, Sakalam api mudra virachana gatihi pradakshinya kramanam ashanadi ahuti vidhihi pranamah samveshah sukham akhilam atmarpana drisha saparya paryayah tava bhavatu yat me vilasitam. This is a beautiful shloka that describes how every word, every action that is performed by a bhakta is completely offered to Ambikai. In fact, this should be our way of life, and Shankara Bhagavad Padar explains how. Japaha, Jalpaha, Shilpam, Sakalam api mudra virachana. Jalpaha, Japaha. Jalpaha, the ordinary speech, the spoken words, become Japaha, prayers for Ambikai. Sakalam Shilpam api mudra virachana. Shilpam, the movement of the limbs, indicating the manual tasks that are performed by us, the movement of hands and legs, all of those become mudra, the symbolic way of praying to Ambikai, worshipping Ambikai through gestures. Mudra. Japaha, Jalpaha, Shilpam, Sakalam api mudra virachana. May speech become prayers to Ambikai. May all the movement of hands and legs, the manual tasks, become symbolic gestures of fingers while worshipping Ambikai, that are offered to Ambikai. Gatihi pradakshinya kramanam ashanadi ahuti vidhihi. Gatihi, the gait, the walk. Pradakshinya kramanam becomes pradakshanam, circumambulation, the pradakshana that we do to deities in temples, the steps of pradakshana offered to deities. Ashanadi ahuti vidhihi. Ashanadi, the food we eat, the food we consume, becomes the method of offering oblations in Homa, in the yaga and yajnas that are being done. The gate becomes the steps of pradakshana and the food becomes ahutihi in the homas. Pranamah samveshah sakhalam akhilam atmarpana drisha. Pranamah, the namaskaram, the salutation that we do. What is that? Samveshah is the sleep that we do on a normal flow. When we sleep, it is as though we are doing namaskaram to Ambikai. In this manner, Sukham Akhilam Atmar Panadrisha, from the point of view of offering the self completely in a way that gives us happiness. All that which are casually done without paying too much attention are completely offered to Ambigai. Saparya paryayah tava bhavatu yat me vilasitam. Saparya paryayah, synonymous with worship, tava bhavatu, let it be to you. Tava bhavatu, to Ambigai, yat me vilasitam, that all which is manifested within me. Let the speech become prayers. All the movement, all the manual tasks become symbolic gestures of fingers while worshipping Ambigai. May the gate be the steps of pradakshina to the deity. Let the food be the method of offering oblation in homa. Let sleep be namaskaram. Let all that which are manifested in me be synonymous with worship to you from the point of view of offering the self in worship to you. All that we do should be completely done as an offering to Ambigai by the way of puja, japa, mudra, pradakshina, prostration, making offerings in homa. But when we spend time in worldly issues and worldly work, or in seeking sensual gratification, how can we be engaged in worship all the time? We need time to do our daily chores, talk to people, visit places, sleep, eat, bathe. But in this shloka, Bhagavad Padal says, remember that we cannot do anything on our own by ourselves. We need to keep cultivating and developing this attitude. While eating, the cause is Ambigai's power. Speech is her gift. When we remember that speech is Ambigai's gift, we will not be able to waste it in gossip or idle talk, in discussing unwanted topics. When we are conscious that our hands and feet are mine too, then we perform things accordingly. Our actions are sync with good things, good thoughts, good actions. Like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse 27, you don't have to specifically dedicate anything to me. Whatever you have done for yourself, eaten for yourself, homa karya that you have performed, whatever charity you have given, the tapas you might have done or achieved, may all of those be dedicated to me. In other words, it is total surrender that I seek from you and nothing else. That is what leads to liberation, which is the highest goal in life. If we follow the path of jnana, if we take the path of devotion, it leads to complete surrender. The two paths that we take ultimately lead us to the same goal, which is the bliss of liberation in this very life, Jivan Mukti. These are the words of Kanchi Mahaswami Mahaperiyava in Devattin Kural. Japaha jalpaha shilpam sakalam api mudra virachana. May speech become prayers to Ambigai. May all the manual tasks, movement of hands and legs, become the symbolic gestures of fingers in worship. Gatihi pradakshinya kramanam ashanadi ahuti vidhihi. May the gate become the steps of pradakshinam to the deity. May the food we eat become the method of offering oblations in homa. Pranamaha samveshaha sukham akhilam atmarpana drisha. May sleep become namaskaram and everything that we do casually from the point of view of offering the self. Saparya paryayah tava bhavatu yatme vilasitam. May all that become synonymous with worship. Let it be to you that which is manifested within me. This is a beautiful shloka that we need to repeatedly learn, read, understand, and try practicing in our daily life. If the words that we utter are offered to Ambigai, we'll be very cautious about using the words. We will ensure that the words are pure and they are not hurtful or something that is not worthy of hearing. If the actions that we perform also are offered to Ambigai, we will ensure that all our actions are pure, sincere, and completely dedicated to her. In this way, we can develop the habit of doing everything with Arpana Buddhi, which is offering to Ambigai, Bhagavan. And through this, we can keep ourselves away from unwanted gossip, from things that don't add value to our life, and help us reach the ultimate goal in our life, which is Jivan Mukti. The corresponding namas from Lalita Sahasranamam: Samayachara Tatpara, she who is worshipped through Samayachara. Jnana Mudra, she who shows the symbol of knowledge. Dasha Mudra Samaradhya, she who is worshipped through 10 different mudras. Antharmukha Samaradhya, she who is completely worshipped through mind. Manasika Aradhanam. Bhavagnya, she who understands the wishes and thoughts of bhaktas. When a bhakta does everything dedicated to Ambigai, she for sure understands the bhakta's wishes and thoughts. This shloka can be chanted for the realization of self and realization of ultimate truth. Thus concludes the explanation of verse 27 of Soundarya Lahari. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Harihi Om Tatsat. Mahaperiyava Sharanam. Jai Jai Shankara. Har Har Shankara.